boa noite a todos. Muito obrigado pela visita de vocês aí. Estudar, estudar. É isso aí, bebê reborn. É o bebê reborn. Vamos convidar ele para aquela hora dessa. Bora lá. Vamos ver aqui. Tá bom, bebê reborn. Deixa eu ver se eu acho aqui nosso amigo Caminhão. Vamos falar sobre a COP30, né? COP30, se o Daniel estiver aí, Daniel vai falar. Combate aqui, não. Para que uma guerra seja justa, é necessária uma causa justa. A Igreja Católica Romana manteve o monopólio sobre o ensino por vários séculos na Europa medieval, desde a adoção do cristianismo como religião oficial do Império Romano por Constantino ao final do século XV. O pensamento político tem sido dominado pela doutrina católica, a relação entre Estado e a Igreja ocupou filósofos e teólogos, em especial Agostinho de Hipona, que lançou os alicerces do debate ao integrar a análise política de Platão em A República. De longe, o mais importante pensador cristão a surgir no final da Idade Média, o italiano Tomás de Aquino foi membro da recém-formada Ordem Religiosa Dominicana. Fala, como é que tá aí? Estou aí lá, para pedir para lá. Deixa eu ver aqui. Boa noite, meu amigo. Como é que tá por aí? Fique à vontade aí, tá? Bora de ir. Sem ação não há emoção. Tá tranquilo aí, tudo tranquilo. Tá um pouco assim. É isso aí. Hello, guys. Thank you for coming to my live stream. It's a privilege to talk to you once again. I myself have the privilege to share my knowledge. There's a specific English group where we share good contents, and you can have the experience of talking to people from many parts of the earth, and you can really improve your English. But many people that do not focus in the studies, they focus only in learn by acquisition. They also have good results because we answer a lot of questions. We don't discuss a lot of grammar rules. We focus in conversation. We discuss a specific topic each day. But you have to be the first one to bring the subject because people uh, will respond according to your topic that you suggest. Bring the topic, and people will have the privilege to share with you guys this specific privilege, this specific conversation. Okay? Can you tell me what's the time it in your country? Thank you for coming, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a privilege for me to have you all here in my YouTube channel. Thank you. It's a long time of channel, guys, but I share with you good contents. Thank you for coming. Hello guys, again. We talk about the global warming and the global phenomena of rising temperature. We have specific areas where the hot is very, very, very uh, strong, and you have to use air conditioning as never before. Here in the northeast of Brazil, we have high temperatures. It hits easy temperatures to melt the ice cream. Of course, they will sell a lot of ice cream. So if you live in the north Brazil, you have a very similar experience. Hello guys, we have here the experience. I'll show you the course I am um, Harvard University have a lot of courses that you can really apply for and study and so on. It's going to be a good thing for your career. Guys, we have here free courses, remote work evolution for everyone. This one is very beautiful.
And strategies necessary for leading a remote organization. In Remote Work Revolution for Everyone, you will learn to excel in the virtual work landscape. You will learn how to build trust, increase productivity, use digital tools intelligently, and remain fully aligned with your remote team. By the end of the course, you will create actionable steps to relaunch your team, focusing on the new ways to stay connected, be collaborative, and remain productive while meeting your own personal and organizational goals. Remote work is here to stay and will likely be a permanent fixture that transforms many organizations in one form or another. Learn how to thrive in remote work.
Hello, guys. Now let's analyze the speech of the young guy.
To censorship us, you know?
Does that look familiar?
Yes, it is.
That's the USAID CEPS program.
Is this something the judges want, or is it something
You
that
wanna
they're
scroll the
being
next
told
one,
to
too?
do, though?
So that's why these guys, if you hear again the Barroso speech, he says that we are winning so far the war because we don't want to happen what happened in 2018 again. This misinformation. So he says that Bolsonaro only won because of the fake news and disinformation, and that's why they need to combat this because Bolsonaro and Bolsonarism, they are a threat to democracy, but they are the threat to democracy. So your taxes are paying the tyranny in my country. That's what's happening. So these guys are interfering in our politics and for the bad. As I was saying, I don't want them to interfere in nothing, either in right or either neither in left, because we want a free country, a sovereignty country, and that's why day by day they try to censorship us. For example, if you put the other slide that says the unapproval rating, unapproval of Brazil, of Lula's, yeah, this thing, it's from 14 February of this year. Approval rating of Brazil's Lula's falls to 34 for 35. And this is the reason of that, it's mainly because a video of me that I did on Instagram. I posted a video on Instagram because in Brazil, informal work is very widespread. And Lula government, as all the socialist government, they try to collect more text from people. And then I made a video. It's up, go up more. This first one, I made this video and saying
You got
that
8.8 million likes.
yeah, it
How many?
has.
Can you click on to see how many views this video got, Rob?
Wow.
Just click on the numbers of likes.
Yeah.
It'll show you if you click on that. Let me check it here.
I think you need to go out.
Middle
to,
column,
no,
right?
press on reels,
Yep.
and then you go down. You're gonna find it. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Whoa.
327
Sheesh.
million.
Like this video, I think it's the most viewed view in 24 hours in the whole world. And that happened because all Brazilians were very unsatisfied and still unsatisfied with Lula government. And then they did
What are you saying in the message?
because the government tried to implement a measure to tax informal workers who move up 5,000 reals. It's less than $1,000 in their account. So anyone who was an informal worker and made this, who moved this in their bank account, would have the government controlling what he's doing in his bank account.
Conversando aí, pessoal.
So this small business
Tá
would
mandando
be
ver, então.
very, how
Parabéns
can I
aí.
say, hurted
You know what?
by
How long
this.
is that video, by the way? How
It's
long?
4 minutes.
So in the video, what are you explaining to them?
I'm explaining that the government wants to do this with the small business, that Lula is spending a lot of your money, a lot of your tax money, that the judges, they don't put their bank accounts to open as they want to put the small business. And then I'm saying we need to stop Lula, otherwise he'll stop Brazil. And this video made the government back down, and and the government took this
What's
measure.
the date on that video, Rob?
Sorry,
What's the date on the video?
It's
It says 5
15
weeks ago.
it's 15 January
Yep, right down here, January 14th.
14th.
Wow.
Sorry. Yeah, so 1 month after Lula approval rating got down because of this video, and that's why they try to censorship us, because with this video I passed Lula of followers on Instagram, like all of or the majority of my videos, they had more than 1 million views, and that's why they try to push us down and say that we are threatening to democracy because we talk to the people. As I said, I came from a very poor neighborhood. People listen to me, and I'm just speaking the truth. And then after this video, all the Lula's government said that they were going to sue me, that I did fake news, I did disinformation. But in the video, they couldn't find any lies, any fake news, any fake news. So they couldn't do anything with me, but they threatened me a lot. So my security, I need to walk with more security in Brazil because of this. Because I'm so dangerous. You can see. Look at my face.
Yeah, you're very dangerous.
I'm very
Yeah.
dangerous to democracy. And there are a lot of trafficantes, drug dealers in Brazil. They are being sold. Yeah, there are a lot of drug dealers in Brazil. They are being released by the Supreme Court, and they don't go against this kind of crime organization, but they move the whole world to put me, Bolsonaro, and others in jail. So people in Brazil are just desesperated by this kind of measure, and that's why in 16th of March we're all going to streets to protest in Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana, with Bolsonaro, because
With Bolsonaro.
yeah, with Bolsonaro, because we need to put a end of in this
Where is
Supreme Court
Bolsonaro going to be?
in Copacabana, Rio de
And
Janeiro.
where are you going to be?
At the same place.
Same place. So,
Yeah.
so it's not like different locations.
Yeah,
You guys going.
before we were doing in different locations, but Bolsonaro told that was better to put only in one place.
Everybody goes to
Yeah,
one place.
everybody goes to one
So
place.
right now, is the confidence there that Bolsonaro, because you're 28, you cannot run till 2030.
Hello guys, it's Sid and then he really got a good speed of speaking, good thinking, complex ideas, but sometimes he forget about specific words and ask for help, and somebody give the word he was forgetting about and complete the sentence. It doesn't really breaks the speech. It gain confidence each time. Man, this is about uh, a whole conversation in English, and this is meaningful. As a Brazilian, is outside, is in the foreign lands, speaking English. It's amazing how This guy really have a good
36, right? If I'm not
control over
mistaken.
his
Yeah, I can't
thinking
remember.
Yeah.
and
I
his
need to be
So
35.
right now, it's one of two things was the conversation. One, lower the age to run, which that's not the topic right now. You know, they may want you to run for Senate because that's one way to help, right? That's
Yes,
kind of one of
exactly.
the things we're talking about. So if they're not going to lower the age, and they have them right now not being able to run for 2026, and if they have control of all the three different branches of, like, you got Supreme and House and Senate, what can you do for them to allow Bolsonaro to run? Because if he does run, what's going to happen? His wife's going to be the face, kind of like what's going on with Venezuela, where Maria Corina Machado ran with, I think, what's the guy's name? Edmundo Gonzalez, I think that's his name.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Would that be kind of how they would do it? What do you think can happen?
I really don't know what's going to happen in Brazil. When I talk to Bolsonaro, he says that I'm the candidate, and that's all. I'm gonna run for
He's
presidency.
saying that.
Yeah,
So
he's saying that. So, and I asked him, what should I answer if someone says that maybe other candidate, maybe other person? He says, I am running for presidency. So I really don't know what's going on. I just don't think that the system will leave him free to run. I don't know that he will be able to run for presidency in Brazil. I really don't know because they have a lot of power in Brazil,
yeah, so you know,
and
um,
we can do much because if you are in a normal democracy, that you have the executive power, the legislative power, the judicial power, okay, it's fine. But me as a congressman, I don't have any power today. I just only have my voice. So that's why we're still speaking and giving speeches, because this gives hope to people. This defends the moral, the principles, the values of the Brazilian people. But that's all we can do. Like we, of course, come here to US. Elon Musk shared a lot of videos of mine. It helps a lot. Mike is doing such an amazing job, but that's all we can do. I'm not saying it's less thing to do, but it's all we can do.
so
We
but
can't do much.
to me, I okay. So if this thing's at from 80 to 34 to 24, you got 329 million views. I don't know if I've seen a video with 329 million views. And you're from Brazil. US is a bigger country. Honestly, I don't know if I've seen a video with 329 million views, 8.8 million likes. And I'm talking, the only thing I guess I saw is when Messi's post got 77 million views on Instagram when he won the World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Messi winning the World Cup is what I've seen, right? So the only thing it makes me think about, if they're not going to get out the way, and look, I can say this, Mike for sure can't say this, but I can say this. Okay, Mike, earmuffs. Could it be because it's either heavy involved with the president, US, which I don't think they want to do. When I had the president here and I asked him the question about Iran, and, the fact that the last time the sanctions hurt Iran so much that Iran almost fell.
Okay.
And it was pretty bad. I said, what are you planning on doing with Iran? He says, we have so many problems in America right now that I got to think about me. I can't do anything else. So then if it goes on you guys and you said, I don't want any help, leave us alone. Don't help the left, don't help the right. That's kind of what you said about 5-10 minutes ago, right? Okay.
O seu salário acaba antes do final do mês? Então esse vídeo aqui é para você. Olha só, se você tá com a sua conta...
What are you going to do if they're not moving? What is the only option you got left? I mean, revolution is the only option, and that's not something anybody wants to talk about.
Yeah, but I believe in the power of the people. Like we, the people, I don't underestimated that. For example, people went to the streets in 2016, and we took Dilma out of the office of the presidential office. So we need to go to the streets again. We need to push the government because, unfortunately, Brazilian people only go to streets because of economy. Coffee in Brazil, the price is so high right now. The oil, the fuel is the same. The eggs now in Brazil, it's so a higher level. So people are getting mad people are getting mad with Lula government, and that's what makes Brazilian people goes to street. But this is sad because we need to go to streets not only for economy. We need to go to the streets for our freedom, for our freedom of speech. But Brazil is a huge country. We have a lot of Brazils inside of Brazil. So only economy will put us in the streets again. So uh, now with this rating disapproval of Lula, maybe people go to the streets again and push the government to maybe took Lula out and maybe put someone else over there. But I don't know. Brazilian have a short memory, unfortunately. Brazilian people has a short memory. Here in US, you guys have a lot of guys that stood for our country, that fight for the freedom, and you put this in schools and universities. And in Brazil, all the schools and all the universities, they are taken by the left. So when a teenager looks back to the history, he doesn't know why he is fighting for. So that's why he doesn't fight. So Brazil, it's a very difficult country. We have a huge potential. We have a great natural resources. Our food is great. We are. I love Brazil, but unfortunately, most of Brazilians voted for Lula just because he promised to give meat for people. Maybe you guys Americans don't know,
Mhm.
but there is a meat in Brazil called picanha. You guys maybe go to a Brazilian steakhouse
It's
here.
delicious.
Yeah, picanha. Lula, he definitely said, if you vote for me, I'm gonna give you picanha and beer. And that's why Brazilian people voted on him. He was in jail for like more than 500 days. And people in Brazil were like, okay, I want picanha. I'm gonna vote for him. So Brazilian people has a blame on it.
Pessoal, essa parte aqui foi engraçada, né? Ele falou em português, né? Falou em português essa parte aí. Falou que devia ter dito vote for Lula. Vote for Lula, quer dizer, votar no Lula, tá? E jail, ele falou jail, ele falou como mesmo?
If you vote for me, I'm gonna give you picanha and beer. And that's why Brazilian people voted on him. He was in jail for like more than
Jail, ele falou
500
jail,
days. And
jail.
people in Brazil were like, okay, I want picanha. I'm gonna vote for him. So Brazilian people has a blame on it. I know that there's a lot of
Falou, meu
Interference.
amigo.
interference
Demais,
in
tá
election
pegando
in Brazil,
seguro.
but the culture of Brazil needs to change. Like we are a country that has more
Picanha
than
por us.
80% of Christians, but we are not
Picanha.
Christians at all. So you know, it's deeper the problem in Brazil. That's why, for example, I made this kind of books. I studied a lot of philosophers that says that politics, it's only maybe the reflex of what goes in culture before. So all the left in Brazil, they took power of the culture. So if you open the Brazilian TV, you're gonna see a lot of bad values. They try to destroy our family only with the novels, with the documentaries in our schools. So it's not only the politics that needs to change in Brazil, it's our culture. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean the politics, of course, I do my job, I do my work, but in the other side, I try to say to Brazilian people that we need to do individuals' responsibilities. Otherwise, we are not going to change Brazil.
Brazil, I'm so glad you're watching this. I want to tell you something here. Do you know what's the one thing tyrants or criminals in politics, in your government, you know what's the one thing they hate? Is for the people to have hope. It's been said, man and women can live 40 days without food, 4 days without water, 4 minutes without air, but only 4 seconds without hope. When I was in Brazil, we had dinner with Nicolas Ferreira. And while we're having dinner, we gave him a shirt and we took a picture together. It's called Future Looks Bright with Brazilian flag. I would love nothing more than to see thousands and thousands of people in Brazil to wear a shirt that says Future Looks Bright with your flag. Just for Brazil, we made these custom shirts for you. If you want to inject the spirit of hope in Brazil, go place 1 order, 2, 3, buy it for your peers, your family. Click on a link below or go to vtmerch.com and sport your Future Looks Bright shirt in Brazil. Let the dictators, let the tyrants get so angry the fact that you are optimistic about the future.
vírgulas para o
Polêmica,
inglês.
doença. Como lidar com doente? Tá tudo bem?
Pessoal, impressionante, viu? Uma qualidade muito boa para falar sobre cana de uma coisa muito complexa. Eita, meu amigo, não dá para vir não? Subir aqui? Deixa eu ver aqui o que está acontecendo aqui. Deixa eu ver aqui. Vamos lá, COP 30, né? Vamos ver o que é a COP 30. COP 2030. Aqui. Bora reagir aqui. COP 2030. Bora lá.
Conduzida e que iniciativas estão sendo
Aí,
propostas?
você está
Olha,
jantando.
o
Parabéns
que
aí, tá?
acontece é que a COP de Belém vai ter 2 dias de chefe de Estado, né, a cúpula do
É
chefe
isso
de
aí,
Estado,
cara.
depois passa a ter 12 dias de negociação. E essa negociação com 198 países. E ao mesmo tempo que tem essa negociação com 198 países,
Putz,
tem
deu água na
a
boca
agenda de
agora. Não
ação. A
fala isso
agenda de
não,
ação
rapaz.
é
Não
uma
fala, não
série de
fala.
eventos
Deu
em
água na
que
boca.
todos os atores importantes para o combate à mudança do clima, que são os governos subnacionais, que são as empresas, que são as ONGs, os cientistas, os acadêmicos, todos eles podem discutir os temas que estão sendo negociados também no mesmo espaço e procurando soluções. Então, você já tem aí 3 coisas que acontecem. E como é que a gente prepara tudo isso? A gente prepara tudo isso no que a gente chama da mobilização. E a mobilização é isso que nós estamos chamando de mutirão. Nós estamos convidando todos os atores no mundo inteiro a já começar a participar da COP, com ideias, com iniciativas e registrando as iniciativas que já estão acontecendo, porque nós temos que provar que o combate à mudança do clima tem várias soluções já existentes, é economicamente não só viável, como bom para os países, e, além do mais, também é bom para as populações. Então,
Será
esse
mesmo?
mutirão vai reunir essas ideias durante esses meses preparatórios da COP.
Embaixador, inclusive nesse espírito, né, de mutirão, a presidência da COP vai contar com 30 enviados especiais que vão atuar voluntariamente no engajamento de alguns setores. O senhor pode nos falar um pouco sobre como vai ser o trabalho desses enviados?
Sim, é que nós temos uma equipe negociadora muito grande, que é o
Tá
que
bem cedo, hein,
acontece
para comer pirão.
tradicionalmente. Temos um envolvimento de vários ministérios, porque a mudança do clima envolve todos os ministérios, porque transportes, cidades, economia, tudo está sendo afetado pela mudança do clima, sem falar de agricultura, energia, etc. Então, o que nós também queríamos? Nós queríamos que, além do Estado brasileiro e do governo brasileiro e das instituições nacionais, também
Pessoal,
fossem
acabei
ouvidos
de
os
receber a notícia
setores.
aqui
E
que
os
fechar a live.
setores são
Beijo para vocês, tá?
setores da sociedade civil, mas também setores econômicos que possam trazer para